Number 1. Jean Harlow, born in Kansas City, Missouri, on March 3, 1911. She was 26 years old when she passed away. 26. She was the most photographed woman in America from 1930 to 1937. The original blonde bombshell, the platinum goddess. The woman who made every other actress in Hollywood simultaneously understand that they were competing with something that could not be taught or manufactured or replicated. She died of kidney failure in June 1937. The hospitals of the era could not treat what she had the way they can now. She made 7 films in 1931 alone. She was 20 years old. The photographs from her peak years show something that black and white film was almost too crude an instrument to contain. She was 26 years old. The world had barely begun to see what she was capable of. Number 2. Carole Lombard, born in Fort Wayne, Indiana on October 6, 1908. She was the funniest and the most beautiful woman in the same room simultaneously. And nobody in Hollywood has managed that particular combination in quite the same proportion since. She was married to Clark Gable. He called her Ma. She called him Pa. She died at 33 in a plane crash in Nevada, returning from a war bonds tour. She had been selling bonds across Indiana to fund the American war effort. Clark Gable immediately enlisted in the Army Air Forces. He flew combat missions. He never fully recovered from losing her. He said so directly in every interview he gave for the rest of his life. She was 33. She was the queen of screwball comedy. She had barely reached the middle of her story. Number 3. Hedy Lamarr, born in Vienna, Austria on November 9, 1914. Louis B. Mayer of MGM called her the most beautiful woman in the world and signed her immediately. 6 marriages, a career that spanned the golden age of Hollywood, and a patent filed in 1942 for spread-spectrum radio technology that became the direct foundation of modern Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS. Every wireless signal your phone makes right now runs on technology she invented during the Second World War, while Hollywood was still photographing her face. She was never compensated. She passed away in 2000 at 85. The patent had expired before the technology went mainstream. Hollywood remembered her face for decades. History is still catching up to her mind. She deserved both recognitions equally. She received only one. Number 4. Vivien Leigh, born in Darjeeling, British India on November 5, 1913. 2 Academy Awards for Best Actress, the first for Gone with the Wind in 1940, the second for A Streetcar Named Desire in 1952. Scarlett O'Hara, Blanche Dubois. 2 of the most celebrated performances in the history of cinema by one woman, separated by 12 years. David O. Selznick searched the entire world for someone to play Scarlett O'Hara. He narrowed it to the final candidates on the night they were filming The Burning of Atlanta. Vivien Leigh arrived on set with Laurence Olivier. Selznick looked at her face in the firelight and said, "This is our Scarlett." He was right. She passed away at 53 from tuberculosis. Scarlett O'Hara has been hers alone in the 60 years since. Number 5. Gene Tierney, born in Brooklyn, New York on November 19, 1920. Otto Preminger said she had the most perfect face he had ever put in front of a camera. And Preminger had put a great many faces in front of cameras by that point. The portrait of Laura in the 1944 film of the same name became one of the most enduring images of beauty, obsession, and the dangerous distance between how a face looks and who the person behind it actually is. She received an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress for Leave Her to Heaven in 1946. She battled depression and psychiatric illness for much of her adult life, with a courage her films never fully acknowledged. She passed away at 70. The portrait of Laura is still on gallery walls. It has never stopped being discussed. Number 6. Lana Turner, born in Wallace, Idaho, on February 8, 1921. Discovered at 16 at a cafe on Sunset Boulevard, having skipped school for a Coke. And the story became one of Hollywood's most repeated myths because it happened to be true. She became the most glamorous blonde of 2 full decades, 7 marriages, an Oscar nomination for Peyton Place in 1958, a scandal in 1958 when her daughter Cheryl stabbed her abusive boyfriend that was ruled justifiable homicide and became the most reported news story in America that year. She survived it all. She kept making films. She kept living. She passed away at 74. She outlasted every prediction made about her and every story written about her and every attempt to reduce her to a single headline. Number 7. Rita Hayworth, born Margarita Carmen Cancino in Brooklyn, New York on October 17, 1918. The Love Goddess. The most pinned-up image of the Second World War. Soldiers carried her photograph across every theater of conflict in every country the war reached. Her image was attached to the first atomic bomb test at Bikini Atoll in 1946. She once said that men went to bed with Gilda but woke up with her, meaning with Rita, not with the character. And the sadness in that observation is one of the most honest things any actress has ever said publicly about the gap between the image and the person. She developed Alzheimer's disease in her later years, one of the first public figures to have the disease publicly identified. She passed away at 68. The photograph the soldiers carried is still one of the most reproduced images in history. Number 8. Ingrid Bergman, born in Stockholm, Sweden on August 29, 1915. 3 Academy Awards for Best Actress, 1945 for Gaslight, 1957 for Anastasia, and Best Supporting Actress in 1975 for Murder on the Orient Express. Casablanca, Notorious, For Whom the Bell Tolls. She passed away on her 67th birthday, August 29, 1982, the same date she was born. As if the symmetry had been arranged by someone who understood the importance of a clean ending. Humphrey Bogart said he could look at her across a smoky cafe and understand everything about love and loss in the same glance. He was right. Casablanca proved it in every frame. She was born and she died on the same date, and in between, she made some of the most beautiful films the cinema has ever produced. Number 9. Dorothy Dandridge, born in Cleveland, Ohio on November 9, 1922. In 1955, she became the first black woman ever nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actress, for Carmen Jones. The nomination was historic. What should have followed it was not. Hollywood gave her the nomination and then gave her almost nothing else. The industry that had recognized her extraordinary talent in 1955 did not know what to do with a black actress at the top of the profession in 1955 and spent the following decade not doing it. She passed away at 42. The door she walked through in 1955 was real and important and historic. What was on the other side of it was not yet ready for her. Every black actress who came after her walked through a door that she had already opened. She deserves to be remembered for exactly that. Number 10. Veronica Lake. Born in Brooklyn, New York on November 14, 1922. The peekaboo wave. The single most imitated hairstyle in American history, so widely copied by women working in wartime factories that the United States government formally and officially asked her to change it, because women were catching their hair in industrial machinery while trying to recreate it. She changed the hairstyle, immediately and publicly. The requests from the government stopped. The magic of the original wave never fully returned. By the early 1950s, her career had declined sharply. She was found working as a waitress in Manhattan in 1962, and the story made every newspaper in America. She passed away at 50 of hepatitis. The wave is still being discussed. The woman who wore it deserved considerably more than the career she was given. 40 women, 40 lives, 40 careers that the cinema was lucky to have, and that the cinema and all of us who love what cinema does have been grieving in various ways ever since each one was lost. Some of them were 21 years old. Some were 36. Some lived full and long lives and passed away, having outlasted every prediction made about them. All of them gave something to the world through their work, through their faces, on screens and their voices, in songs and their presence in rooms that the world received and kept and has not finished understanding. We are still receiving what they gave. That is what it means to leave something real behind. Now, I want your answer in the comments. Which woman on this list moved you the most? Which story did you know? And which one surprised you? And which actress do you believe should be more remembered and more celebrated than she currently is? Drop your answers now. I read every single comment and I reply. New video every week right here on Lifestyle TV 2.0. We will see you in the next one. And thank you for watching something that deserved to be watched with care. These women deserved that care. They always did,